Hi everyone, my name's Emma and I want to talk to you in this video about my application process, my application experience applying to med school at Griffith University in Australia. Now, to preface this video, I want to make sure all the facts are out there. I am Canadian and I applied through an awesome service called AUSTRAC, and I can talk more about them in another video. And I applied for the 2019 entrance cycle. So all of my application took place in 2018. So if you're applying next year or the years after, make sure you check the Griffith website and check with your application service because things may very likely be different. So I don't want you to take my word, my timeline for law. I just want to share with you my experience so you have a little bit more of an idea of what it's like to be a Canadian or an international student applying to med school in Australia. With that being said, let's jump into some of the details about my application experience with Griffith University. Like I said, I applied through AUSTRAC, an application service, and on January 12th of 2018, they let me know that the application had been submitted. Now that's because the applications for Griffith opened in January and I had all of my stuff to AUSTRAC already. Obviously, you do have time. The applications don't close until later in the year, but I was ahead of the game and just had everything available to AUSTRAC, so they were able to submit pretty much everything the day things opened, and then they just waited for a confirmation before letting me know that things were submitted. So about mid-January, my application was submitted and I had to wait a while to hear back, which was probably the worst part about being so prepared. I didn't hear back until early August. It was August 3rd that I heard I was invited to interview. So that's full 8 months of just twiddling my thumbs, waiting to find out if I had gotten any further in my application process to Griffith. So August 3rd, I was invited to interview, and my interview was scheduled for August 15th. And the interview with Griffith was really interesting. I organized when I was going to be interviewing with one woman, and I didn't realize, but I actually just had my interview with her. It was just her and I. It felt very conversational. We obviously went through some specific questions that she had to ask, which were situational judgment questions as to be expected from a med school interview. And it felt really great. It was morning for her, evening for me. I think, again, it was probably about 7 p.m. evening for me. It seemed to be about the time that all my interviews were, and I had a really good time actually. I just felt I was talking to her. I felt like I had a good rapport with her, and it was really nice to know that this whole time I've been back and forth organizing an email invitation, it was actually her that I was interviewing with. It felt very personable, the process, and I really enjoyed that. I felt it really kind of held up the standards that Griffith had portrayed to me at some of the AUSTRAC meetups and educational fairs. And it didn't take long to hear back from them. So like I said, I interviewed on the 15th. On the 17th, I had my offer of admission, which was really exciting. It was a turnaround like that, which was faster than other schools. And that made me feel like they really wanted me and that they really saw something in that interview that was what they wanted in their med students. Some of the nitty-gritty details that you might want to know about Griffith University: they are based in Brisbane, Australia. Of their medical school in the first year, they admit about 250 students, and approximately 20 of those are international spots. So, just less than a tenth of the class will be international, which, pros and cons to be weighed. It is nice to have a lot of Australians in your class because obviously they'll know the system better, they know the country, they might know the city, but it's also nice to have some international students that are kind of easy to find so that you make friends with people who are in a similar situation, and maybe a plane buddy if someone is also from Canada. But pros and cons to be weighed in the admission process, and of course I'm not letting you know if I accepted them or not. You'll have to wait for my official announcement video to find out where I'll be going in the new year in Australia. I got another interview, this time from Griffith? Should probably learn how to say it before the interview. They're actually pretty cool. They emailed asking for my time zone and what time zone I'll be in the coming month, and they gave a full timeline in the email. So like, you reply, then we'll give you a date, which is approximately this many weeks or days away, and then you'll hear back approximately this long. So it's kind of nice because you have a timeline going into it, so you know what to expect and when you'll hear back from them. But yeah, I woke up to that again. So 2 interviews next week and 1 more coming. I think that only leaves 2 universities I haven't heard from. University of Western Australia and Monash. So seems like it's all coming down to the wire and things are coming. Very nervous for the interviews. And yeah, that is my application process to Griffith University. It was a very easy, very personable process I found. And of course, applying through Austrac, my applications were very easy. If you want to see more videos about all of the other universities in Australia I applied to and my experience with them, be sure to subscribe and check out the playlist on my homepage. Give this video a like and comment down below. Are you interested in going to Griffith University? If so, for medicine too, or any other program? Or are you interested in something else in Australia? Let me know, let's have a conversation, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.